Hey Captain, welcome to Captain Finance, where our mission is to democratize financial independence by empowering you to captain your finance. Now, I create and share my financial journey so that I hopefully inspire you to take charge of your own financial destiny. Now, in this video, we're going to look at my journey from January 2021 to present day around June. And the idea is that you have a clear picture of the steps you need to take with your own finances. So, before we get started, I need you to understand something that as human beings we do not like looking at. First is the fact that we're going to die. So, memento mori is a Latin phrase meaning remember you must die. And if we're going to die, then that means the most limited resource we have is time. So how much of your time do you own? Do you control your 8 to 5? If you're like me and you're an employee, then no, someone else controls my 8 to 5. If you're an entrepreneur and you're working 16-hour days, then your business controls your time. You don't get to spend it with the loved ones that you created in your life. So, how am I planning to change that for my own life? The easiest way to do that is to achieve financial independence. Now, at the point that you're financially independent, it means you have cash flowing assets that meet your living obligations. Now, majority of us don't look at our finances as a game. So, this chart that you're seeing here is ideally a gamification of your financial journey. So, most of us start at stage 0. Sorry about that, at stage 0. Now, stage 0 is financial dependence, where someone else is meeting your 100% of your lifestyle expenses. If you're an adult and you've worked and probably find yourself in a situation where you need to substitute your income with debt, then you're definitely at financial stage 0. Do not worry about it. It's not a fun experience though, but it is possible to get out. So for me personally, I've been in this stage since June 2019 till January 2021. I'll tell you some of the things that we did to get out of this stage. But the emotion that you feel most in this stage is fear. And it's not a fun experience because you're always dreading your landlord, you're always dreading the people you owe debt to, you're always dreading anyone that is asking you for money because legitimately you do not have excess. So some of the steps that we took was, the first one is strategically reduce our expenses. Some of them we did intentionally, some we were forced to. And then the other step was increase our income. Now we didn't increase our income through jobs, but you can also do that. I've seen several of my friends move jobs and double their income. If you're an employee, you know for a fact your employer is not paying you double next year. They're probably increasing it by 2, 4, 6%. And then the other way would be creating a business on the side. If you read Tim Ferris's book, The 4-Hour Workweek, he talks about a lifestyle muse, a business with the purpose of increasing how much you make, so buying back your time, financing your lifestyle, and then at the same time reducing how much time you need to spend on it, thus buying back your time. So that's what we created last year. Now, that business allowed us from January till present to be at stage 1. So we are 100% completed stage 0 and now we're playing at stage 1. So we're 61% done with this stage and our goal is before the end of the year to be 100% complete with this stage. What it means is our lifestyle muse covers 61% of our lifestyle expenses and our goal is to get it to 100%. Now, the next obvious goal for us would be stage 2. We're doing this simultaneously. Now, for all the stages, you don't need to look at them as separate. They can be happening as all the other stages are being done, or rather the first 4 stages are being completed. So we've saved up about 7.33% towards stage 2. And stage 2 is financial stability, where you have 1 to 3 months of your lifestyle expenses saved up. This is what the financial industry is referring to as your emergency fund. You decide how much of a runway you need. Is it 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months? Don't kill yourself in getting into 6 and 12 months. That one will leave it to stage 4. But first, you need at least that buffer. So just in case life happens, you have a month or 2 or 3 to think about what comes next. Then stage 3 is debt freedom. Now, the idea of debt freedom is any loan that you have that you're paying above 6%, your goal should be to clear it from your books 100%. So for us, we're about 2.55% in to completing this stage. We have 40 months left, and our goal is to be debt free after those 40 months or shorter. Then stage 4 is where we have 6 to 12 months of our lifestyle expenses saved up. Now stage 2 and stage 4, where you're putting these funds most likely would be in a unit trust. You should think of a unit trust as an interest bearing or interest earning bank account, not an investment account. Now, once in stage 4, where you're in financial security, you're looking at having 6 to 12 months of your lifestyle expenses saved up, and at the same time, your lifestyle muse can meet your basic expenses. So at this point, you can decide whether to continue being an employee if you're an employee, or if you're an entrepreneur and your business is taking too much of your time, you can decide to do something else that makes you happy, makes you excited, probably earns you less, but you have the time because you've essentially created an asset that can buy back your time. Now, these stages might take you different periods of time depending on your earning ability. If you're not willing to create an asset, then probably this might take you 10 to 20 years. If you're able to create a cash flowing asset, this might take you less than 10 years. So everyone's journey is different, but the idea is majority of us tend to go through this journey either consciously or unconsciously. So the reason I've shared my journey and my chart is so that you have an idea of the steps you might be taking in yours. Now, I hope this video has added value to you and probably given you a mental model to work with when you're thinking about your finances. So if this has added value to you, in the comments below, let me know what stage you're in and your next obvious move. I told you for us, our next obvious move is to clear stage 2, increase this to 100% when this gets to 100%. So for you, what stage are you in and what's your next obvious move? All right, until I see you on the next one, have a great one.